Hello everyone, we are from Group 2. We are students of Magister Program of English Education, Sriwijaya University. Our group member consists of Nurul Maskana, Nanda Nadia, and Fanny Tifano.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Nurul Maskana, the first presenter of Group 2. Today we are going to discuss about washback. Previously, we have already discussed about what is task, kinds of tasks, and also we have already learned how to design a language testing. A task should have impact to the teachers, learners, and parents, which is known as washback. Some experts say about washback. For example, Wall and Anderson 1993 says that it is common to claim the existence of washback is to declare that tests can be powerful determiners both positively and negatively of what happens in classrooms. Meanwhile, Person 1998 stated that it is already accepted that public examinations influence the attitude, behavior, and motivation of teachers, learners, and parents. Now let's discuss about aspects of washback. First, from Beckman and Palmer, 1996, is the extent. The limitations on the time and space available for testing mean that developers have to be selective in what they test and be pragmatic in how they carry out the task. Second, intensity. According to Chen 2005, intensity refers to the degree of which participants will adjust their behavior to meet the demands of a task. Third, Anderson and Wall 1993 says that direction, whether beneficial or damaging. Fourth, the judgment and the educational goals of he or she is posing. Fifth, to task developers rather than seeking washback as a sign of a task validity, seek validity by design as a likely basis for washback. And the last one, 6, the skills needed to succeed on a task can never fully equate to the skills required for success in a target language used to After talking about the aspects, now we will discuss about types of washback. There are positive and negative washback. It will be positive when there is a seamless link and match between what is taught and what is tested if the task actually tests to be authentic, interactive language used promoted by the teacher. Then we have positive washback in the sense that the learners are exposed to tasks that prompt them to use language authentically and communicatively, and they know that that is exactly what the final task will require them to do. For example, if we intend to teach speaking skills, we should test speaking skills. On the other hand, negative washback occurs when there is a discrepancy between the goals of instruction as stated in the syllabus or curriculum in the focus of testing. This often leads to neglecting these goals in favor of preparing for the test, what is known as teaching to the test. For example, a task consisting only of a controlled writing, like a dictation exercise or filling in the blanks in a given paragraph, that would encourage the teaching of linguistic accuracy rather than actual language. Now let's talk about washback as a criterion for developing and evaluating language tasks. There are 4 criterion that have been read, and first one is has been often discussed. Second is widely held to exist. Third, that there are different points of view about what the construct may encompass, and fourth, The positive washback is viewed as an important criterion in the development and evaluation of language tasks. However, until recently, very little empirical research has investigated the phenomenon. Well, now let's take a look on a model of washback based on framework suggested by Hughes 1993. He said, in order to clarify our thinking about backwash, it is helpful to distinguish between participants, process, and product in teaching and learning. Recognizing that all three may be affected by the nature of a task. Meanwhile, Bailey 1996 make it into diagram like this. Now let's look at the development of theoretical models of washback. First, from Hughes 1993, he proposed a basic but influential process model of washback. This made a tripartite distinction between effects on participants, including the people affected by the task, for example, teachers, learners, and materials writers. In the processes, including participants, actions, for example, teaching and learning activities, and products, the outcomes of this process, including scores on tests, courses, teaching materials, and etc. Next, from Bailey 1996, further developed this model representing the relationship between the elements in the form of a diagram. And from Green 2007, building on a work of Hughes 1993 and Bailey 1996, he underlined the importance of detail in analysis of the task instrument and an evaluation of its encourage or adopting term used by Resnick and Resnick 1992 overlap with the planned curriculum. Meanwhile, C and Andrews 2013 employed expectancy value motivation theory, and from Jacobs and Eccles 2000 to develop a statistical model tracing how task takers' perceptions of the design and of use of a task impacted on their preparation practices. They found that learners' perceptions of both task design and task use influence self-reported practices, but were unable to identify which played the greater role. Well, that's all about my part. Thank you very much for your great attention in enjoying my explanation, and the next material will be explained by Nanda Nadia. Thank you. Have a nice day.